What's going on, guys? My name is Jonathan. I am a rock vocalist, and today we're going to be looking at Disturbed, The Sound of Silence, recorded in 2016 on Conan. I am a huge fan of Disturbed and a huge fan of David Draiman's vocals, and this song is no exception to that. I know that I am a bit too young to have enjoyed 10,000 Fists and all their big stuff, but I still love it. Like, I learned how to play Stricken on guitar because that song is the one that got me into Disturbed after playing Need for Speed Most Wanted and Guitar Hero 3, which both had Stricken and Decadence on them. Those two games were pivotal in my life, and they made me enjoy. They helped show me what kind of music that I enjoyed. Like, Before I Forget by Slipknot was on Guitar Hero 3. Bullet for My Valentine was on Need for Speed Most Wanted. All that stuff really showed me the world of metal. Yeah, let's hop right into this.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence.
I love that they start off with just the right hand of the piano player and just David Draiman's voice, because it starts the song off down here and it allows for the song to do one of these actions and to like really rise and have a story and have a purpose. It allows for the song to have a beginning, a middle, and an end, and to really tell the full story of the song. I also love David Draiman's low baritone, super velvety smooth tone that he has there. It's super forward and super just out here and rich. It's rich. It's thick with so many C's, and super good. One thing about that he is definitely doing here is when you are singing lower notes, as you get lower and lower and lower and lower relative to your own vocal range, you need to increase the amount of air that you're using to support it, which makes it harder to sing down there and to make it sound good and not make it sound like you're in your vocal fry range. And David Draiman does that fantastically here. So let's see where the story takes us.
In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone,
And they started to build it up with the guitar coming in, and the piano adding that left hand.
Street lamp, I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stared by the flash of a neon light.
I'm going to pause it right there. When he said light, I love that. This song has a very warm tone to it. And if he had said light, if he had stayed on an E or an I sound, he would have caused his vocal timbre to feel brighter. It also doesn't allow for the opening of the jaw, and it's a smaller, more condensed vowel sound that he would have been using there if he had used an I. But when he uses an ah instead of the E of the I, it allows for not only his voice to stay in that warm, creamy, rich spot that he has it in, it also allows for the opening up of the jaw, the widening of your whole system, so that you can sing more forward and out there. So fantastic vowel choice.
Split in the night, touch the sound of silence, and in the naked light I saw.
And that jump right there is not easy to do, and he just did it flawlessly.
10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. People writing songs. And voices never shared. And no one dared disturb the sound of silence.
I love that. I love that build up. Oh man. His mixed voice there was fantastic. 11 out of 12. I loved it. Yeah. That was really good. And that's not something that you hear from David Draiman. He actually will have a tendency to help use his break in his other songs to allow him to flip into that distortion, which he did not do here. He chose to mix, and it's cool to see that he has both of those as an option for him.
Fool said you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words and I might teach you. Take my arms and I might reach you. But my words.
And what I was just talking about, how he used his break to create distortion in his voice, he just did that right there. Super good. They're both fantastic. They are just vocal choices, and I love both of them.
Like silent raindrops fell and echoed in the wells of silence, and the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign lashed out its warning, and the words that it was forming.
So right there, he was using a different kind of distortion. There are two main ways to get distortion, two good, healthy ways to get distortion. There is vocal fry and there is false chord. Vocal fry is that register that you use, that you can sort of dip into as your voice gets tired as you're speaking. If you sort of start to like get into like this range, or if you're trying to talk super quietly and you hear like that that's vocal fry. And screamers use that vocal fry to their advantage. They mix it into a saying note, and that's how you get good, healthy vocal fry. And then the false chord screams is a completely different thing. Your vocal folds, you have two. You have like your main vocal folds, your talkers. Those are the ones that you use to talk, sing, do the stuff that you do normally on a everyday basis. And then you have larger, less refined vocal folds right above that, and those are your false chords, and those are used to when you're going for like lower screams, like when you're listening to a screamer that sounds just juicy and thick. That's how you know that they're using a false chord scream. And those, to get that, you need to sort of act like you're, and my false chords is where I struggle with horribly. I'm terrible at false chord screams. But you use your false chord, you basically just activate your false chords, and they get you that like type of sound. That's what a false chord scream is. And then as you strengthen your false chords, they sound more and more full. You can get a more and more full distorted sound out of them.
And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls. whisper in the sun.
I love that. Oh man, I love that so much. So he just showed how easily he can switch between a nice false chord, or not false chord, I'm sorry, he was not using a false chord there, he was using a fry. A nice fry distortion just immediately into just a gorgeous mixed voice. That was awesome. Oh man, David Draiman showed so much good there. He showed just how dynamic he can be with his voice. He has shown that he can make a whole bunch of different choices depending on where he is in his voice and how he wants to articulate things, how he wants to vocalize things. He also portrayed the thing that most people call it. And that it is basically just your ability to make every single note matter and count, and to really dig deep into each individual note and what that individual word, that individual note, that individual syllable, what that means to you on a certain day or certain time or certain whatever. You really got to get into every nook and cranny of every little thing so that you can make the song feel bigger, make your voice feel bigger, and make your voice feel more emotive and more emotional. So that was super cool and super good. That's all I have to say about this. David Draiman was great. If you would like to leave a like on this video, that would be fantastic. If you want to let me know what you thought about this performance, leave that in the comment section below. If you would like to watch another one of my videos, that's going to be right here. If you want to watch all of my reaction content, that's going to be right here. And if you want to subscribe, that's going to be right above my face. And thank you so much for watching, everybody, and have a good rest of your day. Peace.